Chapter number 13 Key Takeaways. Whenever a parent decides to or is required to prepare and present consolidated financial statements, it should do so in accordance with the requirements of applicable accounting standards under the relevant financial reporting framework. AS 21 Consolidated Financial Statements and Ind AS 110 Consolidated Financial Statements lays down principles and procedures for preparation and presentation of consolidated financial statements under AS and Ind AS respectively. Consolidated financial statements are presented to the extent possible in the same format as adopted by the parent for its separate financial statements. According to Section 129, Subsection 3 of Companies Act 2013, where a company has one or more subsidiaries, including associate company and joint venture, it shall, in addition to its own financial statements, prepare a consolidated financial statements of the company and of all the subsidiaries in the same form and manner as that of its own. Section 129, subsection 4 of the said Act provides that provisions applicable to the preparation, adoption, and audit of the financial statements of a holding company shall mutatis mutandis also apply to its consolidated financial statements. The responsibility for preparation and presentation of consolidated financial statements, among other things, is that of the management of the parent. The principal auditor of the consolidated financial statements is responsible for expressing an opinion on whether the consolidated financial statements are prepared in all material as respects in accordance with the financial reporting framework under which the parent prepares the consolidated financial statements, in addition to reporting on the additional matters as required under Companies Act 2013 and any other statute to the extent applicable. Standards on auditing, statements and guidance notes on auditing matters issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India ICAI apply in the same manner to audit of consolidated financial statements as they apply to audit of standalone financial statements. When an auditor accepts the audit of consolidated financial statements, the auditor should assess whether, based on his work alone, he would be able to express an opinion on the true and fair view presented by the consolidated financial statements. If the auditor is of the view that his own participation may not be enough or sufficient, he should consider using the work of other auditors. In such a case, SS 600 series applies. Before commencing an audit of consolidated financial statements, the auditor should plan his work to enable him to conduct an effective audit in an efficient and timely manner. Special considerations like permanent consolidation adjustments and current period consolidation adjustments need to be taken into account while auditing group financial statements. Permanent consolidation adjustments are those adjustments that are made only on the first occasion or subsequent occasions in which there is a chance in the shareholding of the particular entity which is consolidated. Examples are determination of goodwill or capital reserve, equity attributable to minority shareholders, that is NCS, non-controlling interest holders. Current period adjustments. Current period adjustments are those adjustments that are made in the accounting period for which the consolidation of financial statements is done, like elimination of intra-group transactions and account balances. There could be two situations in an audit of consolidated financial statements: when the parent auditor is also the auditor of all the components to be included in the consolidated financial statements, and when the parent's auditor is not the auditor of one or more components and therefore use the work of other auditors in the audit. The auditor should, while preparing the report, consider the requirements of standards on auditing 700, forming an opinion and reporting on financial statements, SS 705, modifications to the opinion in the independent auditor's report, and SS 706, emphasis of matter paragraphs and other matter paragraphs in the independent auditor's report. Where the auditor uses the work of other auditors in the audit of consolidated financial statements, the requirement of SS 600 using the work of another auditor should also be considered. When the financial statements of one or more components continue to remain unaudited, the auditor reporting on the consolidated financial statement should consider unaudited components in evaluating a possible modification to his report on the consolidated financial statements. The evaluation is necessary because the auditor or the other auditors, as the case may be, has not been able to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence in relation to such consolidated amounts or balances.